Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be doing a past paper 3 A-level economics in preparation for the 2024 A-level exam on the 7th of June. So first of all, we're going to be looking at the 2022 paper. We're going to quickly skim through the questions. So we're going to do the first question, which is a 5 marker, and I'll teach you how to do it properly. So the question is, using the information provided, explain one externality that arises in the food delivery markets. So our knowledge mark will derive from stating the externality. So if we think about one externality, it is that there is negative externalities such as pollution, for example, carbon dioxide, global warming, stuff like that. So we're going to quickly skim through the extract to see if we can find anything relevant. So already we found something here. Food delivery comes with many layers of packaging. So again, so we can state, explain one externality that arises in the food delivery market is one externality is negative production externality. And then again, we're going to put another for explaining what this negative externality means, i.e. the definition. So negative externality is negative. So we again need to be specific. So negative production externality. So negative production externality is third-party effects caused by the production of a good or a service. Then we put application. So we say, for example, in extract B, we can say that food comes in many layers of packaging. So that's our application marks done. Then we would essentially explain that. So we would explain what are the third-party effects. So some third-party effects, if you think of it from a realistic point of view, is if there is a lot of layers of packaging, means that there's going to be a lot of waste. And this can also, if you link it back to production, it means that actually, because you're producing more plastic, there's a need to use resources in order to produce. So you're gonna deplete natural resources in order to produce these layers of packaging. So again, that's a negative production externality, because for us to produce the layers of packaging, we are already essentially damaging the environment in order to produce it. And again, once this layers of packaging is produced, is going to get essentially thrown away. And most likely scenario is that actually it's not going to be recycled. So all we need to do again is just explain what in one sentence. So we say this is because in order to produce layers of packaging for food delivery, we need to waste a lot of natural resources, which can lead to increased pollution levels, therefore causing health problems such as lung cancer. Okay. So now we have essentially two sentences in one. We just can do this. So one externality is negative production externality. So we get 1 mark for stating the externality. And then second mark we get is for defining it. So we say negative production externality is third-party effects caused by the production of a good or a service. Again, definition. For example, in extra B, food delivery comes in many layers of packaging. This is because in order to reduce layers of packaging for food delivery, we need to waste a lot of material and resources. So another thing I would definitely recommend to do in the exam is once you have essentially written what you have written, I would definitely recommend to read it again to make sure you don't miss anything. And this will essentially ensure you that you can maximize your marks. So, which can lead to an increase in pollution levels, therefore causing health problems such as lung cancer for individuals. And then again, if you just want to be on the safe side, you feel like that's not enough, what you can do is essentially look at again another quote perhaps and stick it in to make sure you get the marks. So we're just going to quickly skim through what we can find here. So again, in order to emphasize the third party effect, for example, we can just talk about this. In the UK there are 100, so there are 200 million meals. And then application again, for example, extra B says 200 million deliveries. You can actually adjust that if that makes sense, deliveries a year. So essentially, in order to be safe, because for example, if you're the examiner, you're just going to be looking at this blankly. You're not even probably gonna read the question. You're just gonna see, oh, one externality. Then you're gonna see, oh, one externality is negative production. Okay, tick. Then you're gonna see they defined it. Then you essentially gonna tick it because again, you're an examiner. You've been marking papers the whole day. You just wanna see an answer, and you don't really necessarily care about it, whether it's 100% correct. As long as you skim through it and it makes sense, they're going to tick. For example, they see application, boom, tick, because you're making the examiner's life easier. So again, you need to visualize how an examiner would want to see it. So imagine you are the examiner writing the answers. So you need to change your perspective. Therefore, if you have everything, you can actually in your exam, you can write this, 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 this. You can actually write knowledge application analysis as you write, and I think that actually helps you and both the examiner. So it helps you in terms of time because you know what you're writing and it ensures that you don't miss anything out, and for the examiner it just makes their life so much better that you can't understand whilst you are doing the paper. But if you're in the examiner sheet, this will make their lives 10 times easier, and they will literally tick without even fully reading it, as they can see application, so they're obliged to give 2 marks automatically. Definitions, they're obviously going to give you at least 1 to 2 marks here, so you already have 3 to 5 already. Yeah, 3 out of 5 in the bag. And in order to get a star, you need to get at least minimum 4 out of 5. Yeah, you don't need to get 100%. A big misconception is people that try to get 100%. You don't need to. As long as you get 4 out of 5, for example, 6 out of 8, 8 out of 10, as long as it's consistent high marks, you'll get a star. No worries, don't need to get 5 marks. But again, if you do this method, it ensures you get full 5 marks. So that's how you do a 5 marker. If you got any questions, please do leave them down below, and we'll see you on the next question, which is the 8 marker for the next page. See ya.